0 to 60 in 1.9 seconds, 0 to 100 in 4.2 seconds, and a quarter mile in 8.8 seconds with a top speed of over 250 miles an hour. That sounds like a dream for a NASCAR fan begging for an upgraded Cup car spec. But these aren't figures from a race car. In fact, they're not even stats from a petrol car. They are the specs for the 2023 Tesla Roadster, the revamped electric hypercar from the company backyard of that lunatic who owns Twitter. And with recent news that NASCAR is evaluating solutions towards a goal of being carbon neutral, today we're asking the question, can electric cars save NASCAR? First, we have to consider what exactly the issues with the current Cup cars are. The short track aero package appears to have papered over a lot of the cracks responsible for a lack of entertaining racing, but a lot of problems still persist. And the universal opinion amongst the most vocal fans online is that NASCAR needs more horsepower. The good news is that more horsepower is indeed coming, but maybe not in the same way that you think. NASCAR will not be adding extra cylinders to their already humongous V8 engines, but will be designing a hybrid car for the next-gen cars. This news will surely be met with a lot of disgruntled cries from NASCAR's hardline fanbase, who have long lamented the slow onset decline of the sport since the heady heights of the early 2000s. Surely NASCAR has to remain the most gas-guzzling, exhaust-roaring motorsport around, or is it even NASCAR anymore? But what if I told you that these proposals could go one step further, and that NASCAR could be all-electric racing by 2030? It's an idea that's done the rounds before, but it could be a lot closer to reality than you think, because an electric-powered Cup car is already fully completed over at Joe Gibbs Racing. This is the JGR Camry EV, and despite being exactly the same as a regular Cup car on the surface, under the hood, it's a completely different story. It's entirely electric, can accelerate out of the stall faster than a gas-powered Cup car, weighs over 100 pounds less, but sadly we aren't going to be seeing this specific model on track anytime soon. This car was built for pit crew entry and exit practice only, and was made to do so without harming the environment, as pit crews can rehearse hundreds of times a day. But beneath the skin lies the groundwork of an all-electric NASCAR racer of tomorrow. An electric power system and battery combination is far more compact than a conventional gasoline-powered V8, and once a solution can be found for recharging at pit stops that doesn't take 3 hours, you could have a very strong contender for a race car. And the infrastructure needed to produce and manufacture electric race cars is already in the NASCAR paddock, with Penske already building and running the Works Penske team in Formula E, the all-electric little brother to Formula One. And all the NASCAR manufacturer brands have currently built electric cars, most notably Ford, who have had a minor renaissance after launching their newest Mustang, the Mark E, which is not a traditional muscle car, but instead a family-sized electric 4x4. So it's certainly possible, but could electric cars really fix NASCAR's on-track racing problems? Beyond just offering an opportunity for more torque and more power, electric power units allow for a much larger level of digital control over a race car's output and performance. So theoretically, it could be modified in race to include a Formula One style ERS boost, or restricted to prevent scenarios in which a leader runs away from the field but is never seen again. Formula E was also on the cutting edge when it came to generating more competitive close racing. By taking a leaf out of the book of Mario Kart, drivers in a battle with cars around them were able to sacrifice the racing line in certain areas of the track to drive through a boost zone, which would grant extra power for a limited time, allowing even the slowest cars on the grid a chance to have a run at the leaders of the pack in the next few corners. While this had limited success when it came to fan reception, it was an innovative idea that, with a little work, could be implemented again in a wide variety of racing formulas. Possibilities are endless for how electric cars could improve racing without having NASCAR introduce new gimmicks every 5 races. And while implementing a massive overhaul to turn NASCAR into an all-electric series would be a colossal challenge that would be inevitably met with resistance, the numbers don't lie. The Pininfarina Battista, which Top Gear describes as a juicy standalone success, is the most powerful road-legal car Italy has ever made, and is completely electric. A 120 kilowatt lithium-ion battery pack produces approximately 1900 brake horsepower and 1696 torques, giving it better acceleration than any Formula One car ever built. This kind of speed is what everyone in NASCAR has been craving, and who knows, maybe we could even save some polar bears while they're at it. What do you have to say about NASCAR going all electric? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. And if you want to keep up to date with all the latest news, rumours and speculation flying out of the NASCAR paddock, hit the subscribe button so you never miss a video. And if you want to support the channel while having your say in what content I cover next, please consider checking out the link below. But as always, thank you very much for watching, stay safe out on the road, and I'll see you next time.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. takes it. Lewis Hamilton, champion of the world.
Ewan Kankin, 4 times title holder.